Is lying okay in rap beef? I think most of us would say, yeah, if the lie is, you know, if it's, a crazy lie or if it has some truth to it, I don't think it'd be that bad. But how far does it go? At this point, either artist can say anything. They can say whatever they want. If we're going to continue to accept lying in this beef, how far can it go? How far? When do we say that, okay, this is too much, this needs to stop? You guys, what happened to just being the best rapper? Good, everybody. Welcome to the Come Up Podcast. I'm one of your hosts here, Jimmy Grimm, and I need to talk about this Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. So typically here, we mainly talk about like comic book movies, anime, film, TV. We talk about that kind of stuff, but excuse me. We typically talk about that kind of stuff, but I am a passionate hip hop fan. For those you don't know, I used to make music and write music years ago, but I still have a passion for music. So, I was kind of excited when Kendrick dissed Drake and J. Cole and like that. I was like, okay, finally, we're about to see these titans clash. And not in a bad way. I'm going into it thinking it's just going to be rappers rapping, at their A game. But it turned into something completely different. Obviously, J. Cole said he didn't want any parts of this. When he said that, I was kind of upset and disappointed, but now I understand why he did that. Because he's like, I actually know these dudes, y'all don't, and this is going to be bad, and I don't want no parts of it. So, hey, shout out to J. Cole. As far as Kendrick and Drake, I appreciate what's going on because Kendrick is forcing Drake to rap again at a high level, and Drake is forcing Kendrick to put out music. So both artists have had complaints from their audiences or, the fans in general, that Drake hasn't been rapping at a high level that we know he's capable of, and Kendrick just doesn't put out music. So this is a great thing, but like I said, it's taking a real dark turn. I don't think it's fair to neither of these artists with the allegations that are being put out there on both sides. Kendrick saying that Drake is a pedophile is crazy. That's a crazy accusation. If that's true, he needs to be in jail. Like, that's not okay. And the same thing for Drake, though, saying that Kendrick beats on his wife. That's a crazy accusation. If it's true, Kendrick Lamar needs to be in jail. Like, this is, neither of those things are okay. I mean, some would say one could be worse than the other, but they're both pretty bad. Do I believe it? Do I believe Kendrick's friend impregnated his wife and that little boy is Dave Freeze? No, I don't believe that. Do I believe that Drake is a pedophile? No, I don't believe that. It's possible. I know someone in Drake's camp, got arrested for, I want to say Baca was arrested for sex trafficking. I didn't look too deep into that. If you guys want me to do a deep dive and try to figure that out, I can. But we already have people like academics, which shout out to Act. He's trying his hardest not to be biased. I get it. But there's other people doing that kind of stuff. I don't want to dig deep into that kind of stuff. For those of you who don't know, I used to work in law enforcement. I wasn't an actual officer myself, but I worked within the law enforcement agency, and I don't like digging too deep into that kind of stuff because it takes you to a dark place. But yeah, and the same thing, both sides. I think it's corny on both sides. Like, how far does it go? As fans, are we going to continue to allow these artists? Let me rephrase that. Is lying okay in rap beef? I think most of us would say, yeah, if the lie is, if it's, a crazy lie or if it has some truth to it, I don't think it'd be that bad. But how far does it go? At this point, either artist can say anything. They can say whatever they want. If we're going to continue to accept lying in this beef, how far can it go? How far? When do we say that, okay, this is too much, this needs to stop? You guys, what happened to just being the best rapper? Now, I think we all knew that this beef wasn't going to be settled by who's the best rapper. Both rappers are really good rappers. They're both top tier lyricists and songwriters. So this battle wasn't going to be won by who's the best rapper. This battle is going to be won by who can spill the most tea, who could dig up the most dirt. And both artists have been doing a pretty good job of that. Kendrick didn't start that way and like that. He just, I felt like he just wanted to lyrically spar with Drake. And then Drake mentioned or hinted at Kendrick's wife in the song Push-Ups, which was a crazy bar. And Drake, it's not the first time Drake's alluding to any of these things. On his last Scary Hours tape, he mentioned a rapper beating on this girl, and then on the song he had on DJ Khaled's album, he mentioned Kevin Costner and Whitney Houston again, or not again, but that's the original reference. So, is there some truth to that? I don't know. These guys got to start showing us proof. We need evidence. For me personally, I need evidence. I can't just keep accepting you guys lying in a song. Is it true or not? Is Drake touching little kids? If it's true, he need to be locked up. If Kendrick is beating on his wife, he need to be locked up. Kendrick, if your boy was sleeping with your wife or fiance, whatever she is, you need to go get a DNA test. This shit is crazy. This shit is driving me crazy. And, I was talking to my wife last night. I think she's sick of me talking about it. So that's why she told me to come on here and talk to you guys about it. But this shit is getting out of hand. It's getting to a dark place that I didn't think it was going to go. It's really not fun anymore. I don't want to hear anything else about these guys. I don't care about their personal lives that much. Kendrick is beating Drake at his own game. Holy shit. He can't even let Drake get a moment. Because that Family Matters song is probably Drake's. Personally, it just may be recency bias. I think it's Drake's best diss song he's ever put out. And then his moment got stumped on because Kendrick put out Meet the Grams. Now, when we're talking about Meet the Grams, and this is where we're getting into the Twitter bullshit, because I can't be on Twitter because I hate hypocrites. I hate hypocrisy. If you are not going to be objective, what's the point of debating? I don't understand. Obviously, Drake stands are going to hold it down for Drake. Kendrick stands are going to hold it down for Kendrick. Now, both sides should be able to acknowledge that both of these guys are putting out good records, but it's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. I haven't seen not one Kendrick stan admit that Drake has put out good records in this beat. I've seen some Drake fans acknowledge that, yeah, Kendrick is dropping fire. But hey, that's just what it is. Twitter and the social media is kind of making this hard to enjoy. I just want to hear the music. Debating is fine, but if you're not going to be fair in your debates, let's just, I don't know, it's not for me. But I'm trying to think of okay, so on Twitter or X, whatever the hell it's called now, we had some people saying that Drake used a mole to feed lies to Kendrick. And people were saying, that's so stupid. Why would he do that? Why would Kendrick fall for that? That's not true. You guys are reaching. But are they reaching? Because Kendrick in Meet the Grams said, hey, Drake, you have a daughter that you haven't told anyone about. Come to find out, that was not true. So whoever fed Kendrick that information fed Kendrick a lie. So how is that so crazy that Drake sent a mole to Kendrick? That doesn't seem out of the realm of possibilities that something that Drake would do. Another thing is the briefcase that was stolen from Drake's father, Dennis Graham. Someone said, why would Drake put all that stuff in the briefcase to trick Kendrick? And then you on the other side, I guess that's what Kendrick's side was saying. And the Drake side is saying, why would someone who would steal that briefcase, and who would know what's inside that briefcase to even get that information? Both scenarios sound fucking crazy. So how can either side try to, what's the word I'm looking for? Try to make that make sense. I can't think of the word off the top of my head, but they try to make that make sense. That's ridiculous. So it's kind of hard to enjoy this lyrical battle when you got the fan bases are full of morons. Like, you have to be fair. I don't know everything, but sometimes you got to use your common sense. I appreciate both artists. I think both artists are great. I think they're very talented at what they do. Drake is good at what he does. Kendrick is good at what he does. And we need to appreciate the moment. No one is going to win this battle because Drake people are going to hold him down. Kendrick people are going to hold him down. Now, what I can say personally, I think Kendrick is up, but I don't think the gap is as far as people is making it seem. I think Drake kind of has that LeBron James effect where you've been on top for so long that people love to see you fail. People are rooting for your downfall. Unfortunately, we don't like to see people on top for a long time. Pause if that's weird. Or yeah, pause. But that's the world we live in. And Drake is on social media. Drake is losing the battle, and Kendrick is beating Drake at what Drake does best, and that's using the antics and driving a narrative to win the battle. Like I said, this is a quick video I'm doing. If you guys like this kind of content, I'll keep putting it out, or I'll, put more scripted episodes out. This isn't scripted. I just came downstairs, jumped in my studio, turned the camera on, turned the mic on, and we rocking out. I just wanted to see what you guys think. Overall, I think Kendrick is up, not because Kendrick is out rapping Drake lyrically, but because Kendrick is out strategizing Drake, which is the first time I think we've seen this. I would say Pusha T, but I think Pusha T had the shock value, and I don't know if it's true or not. And Drake said he had a song that he didn't put out because it didn't sit well with him, so he took the L, which is fine. But what I can say about both of these guys is I appreciate Drake. Drake gets a lot of slack, but he never backs down. And that's one thing I appreciate about Drake. And I like that Kendrick is beating Drake at his own game. It's both artists are pushing each other to be good, because Kendrick is forcing Drake to rap at a high level again, and Drake is forcing Kendrick to put out more music, which is great. It's great for the fans. It's hard to appreciate because, the fan bases are very biased, but at the end of the day, this is good for hip hop. But I don't want to see it going too dark. I don't want to see a Tupac and Biggie situation. I don't think it'll go there with these guys. Neither of these guys are really street guys. Some will say they are, some will say they aren't, but let's just hope it doesn't go that far. When you bring family into it, you bring kids into it, when you bring accusations into it, it's crazy. But like I said, I don't think Drake is a pedophile. I don't think Kendrick beats on his wife, and I don't think Kendrick's boy fathered his son. Like, I don't believe any of it. But how far do we let the lies go? If we just care about the tea or the lies more than the actual skill, how far will we go down this rabbit hole? And what do we believe? What don't we believe? It's like everything Drake says is a lie. Everything Kendrick says is the truth, according to social media. It's not being judged fair. I can be honest about that. But as I said, in my opinion, Kendrick is up, not by that much. I don't think he's necessarily out rapping Drake. I think he's beating Drake at his own game by stumping on his moment and continuously putting out tracks. While I'm making this video, I wouldn't be surprised if Kendrick Lamar dropped another track. That Not Like Us track is fire. I've been playing it nonstop, but I can't lie. Family Matters is hard. It's Drake, one of my personal favorite Drake this song of all time. So let's hope these guys keep putting out good music. Let's hope it doesn't get too far. And you guys, let me know if you like this kind of content. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Do all that good stuff. Leave a comment with your opinion. If you disagree with me, that's fine. You agree with me, that's fine. Just remember to keep it cordial in the comment section. We're not here to attack each other. I'm pretty objective. I don't have a horse in this race. I just want to see two of my favorite artists of all time at their A game, and I'm hoping that it doesn't lead to anything farther. But like I said, when you're bringing up people's kids, you're bringing up people's fiance, wife, whatever she is, it can get dark. So we'll see what Drake's next move is. I personally think Drake should. I love timestamp Drake. I think timestamp Drake is elite. We'll see if that's what he does. But Kendrick is not letting up. I think K-Dot basically said, fuck it. When it's up, and he not gonna stop. So let me know what you guys think. Please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and leave some comments, man. Let's and let me know if you guys, I could do the breakdown stuff if that's what you guys like, but it's already plenty of people doing that. But if that's what you guys want to see from me and Fergs, let me know. We're going to be back more consistent. We're just trying to focus on our personal lives, but once we get everything situated, we will be putting out more content. Shout out to our audience, telling us what they want from us, and we are going to try to structure our show to that, and bring the life back to the show. But we will be more consistent with it, I promise. But that's all I have for this episode. I'll see you guys later this week. Peace.